What's up, everybody? In today's video, we're talking about the new TEC-9 SMG that was just added to Warzone in the Season 5 Battle Pass. You can unlock this SMG at Tier 31 in the Battle Pass, and what's really unique about this weapon is it's single shot as an SMG, which is already weird, and then you can add an attachment to make it a 3-round burst or a full auto SMG. I don't think you should run single shot. It just doesn't have a good rate of fire and doesn't really kill fast enough. You can run burst because weirdly there's more damage on the burst than there is on the full auto, but it has the burst fire rate plus a burst delay, so it has a slow fire rate. And then on the full auto barrel, which is how I would run it, you get a much faster fire rate and you get less damage with the burst for some strange reason, but it's still a higher TTK because the fire rate's much better. So I would run this full auto. It's odd that it's not already full auto because it's an SMG and it's not even burst like the KSP. But this thing kills competitively quick. It's not top of the meta. It's not bottom unusable. It's somewhere around the middle. So it's viable, but not like strong meta. The bigger problem I have with it is that you run out of ammo, which is my problem with like the MAC-10 and the OTS-9 and why I don't really like to run those SMGs. You do have to reload a lot. Luckily, the movement's good, so if you run out of ammo, it's got pretty quick movement. I feel like I'm flying with it, and you can get away from people, get that reload in, and then reach out. But we'll go ahead and jump over to JGOD's spreadsheet and get into some of the numbers, and then we'll come back to Warzone, and we'll get into the loadout that I would run this with. Okay, and now we're over on JGOD's spreadsheet, and here you see he has the stats for the TEC-9 SMG. It has a 988 millisecond fire rate, which is pretty fast. It's competitive. It still doesn't beat the MAC-10's fire rate. I don't think anything does. But what is troubling with this gun is while it has a very fast possible 425 millisecond TTK with only 8 shots to kill, that requires all headshots. 7 headshots to get this 425 TTK. So that's going to be really difficult to do. So you're looking more at this 547 millisecond TTK, and luckily you get 7 chest shots, and you're going to automatically get this 547 TTK. And then you can get this really competitive 486 with just 3 headshots. This gun, like I said, has a good fire rate, and it puts out decent damage per mag, but you run out of ammo so quickly that ends up being the problem. And it's got a good time to kill. A really good time to kill, but it requires 7 headshots. And even the other pretty good time to kill, very competitive, requires 3 headshots, which can be a little difficult. The one nice thing is as long as you get 7 chest shots, you're going to get this 547 no matter what. So it's kind of the reason it's in the middle too, because a highly skilled player can reach this 425 consistently, but everybody can hit this 547 millisecond pretty consistently. And if you look down here, that 547 with no headshots is pretty competitive. It's beating the AMP, it's beating the CX-9, the MP5 AK-74U. I mean, it's beating a lot of things. It's just not beating like the OTS-9, the AS-VAL, and the Akimbo M19s. If you get no headshots mixed in there, but if you're mixing headshots in there, then that's when you start to now you're even with the Fin and the MAC-10. And then you start losing out to all these guns right here. But it then gets competitive if you use it kind of at range. But as you can see, you're not going to be using it too much at range. You're mostly going to be staying in this 0 to 15 meter range with it. And then that's in between 547 and 607 with 1 headshot, or 547 and 668 with no headshots. The 607 is pretty competitive, but once again, there's still a lot that beats it out. So this weapon kind of ends up just really in the middle of the pack. It's definitely usable. It's definitely fun. But if you look at the numbers here, it's not any better than running just about any of these SMGs at any range, unless you can't hit headshots at all. Then it makes it a lot more competitive. But even then, people are going to be hitting headshots, and then it's not so competitive anymore. So let's go back over to Warzone, and I'll go ahead and show you the loadout for the TEC-9. Alright, let's go ahead and get into the loadout. So for the muzzle, you're not going to be running an agency suppressor or sound suppressor like normal. You're going to be running the full auto repeater. Gives you the full auto fire, and it gives you, unfortunately, position concealment, but not sound suppression. So you're not completely hidden from the minimap. You are on it less, but you're not completely hidden on the minimap when you're using this weapon, which is one of the downsides of the weapon. Barrel, run the task force, damage range, bullet velocity, strafe speed. Tiger Team Spotlight, movement speed, aim walking, movement speed. Ammunition, 48 round mag, just like always. Maybe if you run out of ammo, since you run out of ammo, you can run the fast mag, because the SMGs already have fast ADS. But I've been sticking with the normal mag and just relying on my movement to give me that reload. And then, Raider stock or combat stock, whichever you prefer. I prefer the Raider stock because I like the sprint to fire because I'm usually pushing. And then, this gun does have a little bit of strong vertical recoil, more so than maybe even the Cold War MP5, but it's definitely one of the stronger recoil SMGs. So if you struggle with that, I would drop the Tiger Team Spotlight and go with the Field Agent Grip. But I've been okay with that, so I've just been running Tiger Team Spotlight. If this video is helpful for you, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications. I will have JGod's spreadsheet linked below, as well as my other social medias. But I'll see you for Dancing and Rebirth. Have a good day. Get frying. Bye.
Did you get them both?
Oh, good snipe.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
They're killing us on green right there. Low green here.
UAV overhead.
I'm landing on my shit. Green tick. Nice.
Gas is closing in. Relocating.
Should be another one right behind us. You see that? Oh, on me.
Oh my god, dude.
Go sit on green. There you go.
Right above you.
Oh shit. Through the window.
No, I just had to bind it on this first.
Oh, no, you're good, dude. That's awesome. Another one in your door right there. You got a gas mask. Look at this one.
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel. RTB for resupply.
Be careful, Julian. Or Jane.
Hostile down.
AR over here. Being tracked by an enemy team. Stay sharp. Enemy UAV overhead. Only 25 remain.
Oh.
I got one on heartbeat. Right there. Ellie.
Incoming rounds.
Fucking son of a cunt. Yeah, we're gonna need
Fuck.
Gas is closing in.
I know, right?
I just had two guys sitting on the buy right in front of me. Oblivious.
Oh, he lied down, man.
Behind you.
Enemy UAV overhead. Gas is inbound.
go. You can go there behind. I didn't, it's not meant for me then.
I'm dead. Fucking bitch.
They're all in the safe zone.
The range on the CX-9.
Need fucking
Oh
ammo.
my god, it scared me.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Okay.
There's a full team on Nova.
Yeah, yeah.